Faith Time is our weekly conversation on matters of faith, and joining us this morning is Justin Driver with Forward Church. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
It is the Sunday before Christmas, a very big weekend in a lot of churches around the country. What's the part of the Christmas story that you enjoy highlighting every year?
I love Jesus is Emmanuel, God with us. He was sent by God to live the perfect life, to die the perfect death and remove the sins of the world. The life of Jesus is always the focus of Christmas in this season.
And there are a lot of characters in the Christmas story. What can we learn about humility from Mary's story in particular?
Yeah, I think it's important to understand that God doesn't always look for the brightest, the most intellectual, or the high class, but He looks for availability. And I think when we make ourselves available to God, we put ourselves in a position to do great things for Him.
When looking at Mary and Joseph, what can their story of traveling to Bethlehem teach us about trusting God? Because they put a lot into that.
No doubt. And it was a hard journey. And I think it's in the tough situations, it's in the hard seasons of life. And sometimes Christmas can even be a hard season for people. And I think it's important to know that just because you might not be able to hear God in that moment doesn't mean that He's absent in that moment. So that's why I like to focus on Emmanuel, God with us. He's always present. He's always near.
And Mary and Joseph were trusting in God. And sometimes it's hard for us to trust God. Why is that?
I think it's in those situations where we think it should have turned out a certain way and then it didn't. But we also have to understand that God's ways are higher than our ways, and His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. So we might not see the end result that we want to always see, but we can trust that He's working all things together for our good, for His glory.
Justin Driver with Forward Church will talk more about the Christmas story in the next hour of News 5 this morning.